order flow footprint chart. If you're looking at that chart for the first time, it's overwhelming with a lot of numbers that too congested together with a lot of information. But this is what happening in real time in the market. If you try to understand how it works and how the numbers move, how it impact the price movements, everything, there's a lot of leverage you can have in the market. Before I get started, I wanted to give you a little bit of information about how it works. If you already know, I think it's okay. Just to I want to reiterate those things. What you see here on the left side um, is a DOM. It's like order flow level two codes right here. The way you can, it's like this is the bid side, ask side, the current price right now. Wherever the yellow highlighted, that's a current price, last price traded. Okay, at any point in time, you can see the bid and ask on the opposite side. Let's say a market order comes in, let's say for like 100, start with, let's say 10. 10 market buy orders comes to the market. What will happen is that it will take away the 10 contracts on the ask side, that it will fill 10 out of the 17 right now. Okay, let's say if there's a market sell order comes in, it'll get matched and filled by the bid. Out of the 62, 10 will be deducted. That's what it gets applied. Now let's go back to this chart. Anytime you see the number here on the left or the right, let's go to the real time chart right now as we move. All right, you can see the numbers are keep on changing here. Anytime there's a market order or execution happens on the market buy, it'll get the on the numbers on the right hand side will get updated. That means market order executed at the ask price. Anytime there is a sell order, that means the market order executed at the bid price. That's why you can see the numbers back and forth, left and right. That means the buyers and sellers are coming at equal pace. You can see that for 12, 712, that means the 5778 right here that you can see that mode. Let's go back here actually. Let's look at this number 271, 142. All it means is that 142 buy market orders, not just market order, any buy orders filled at this price exactly 45, 14, 50 on 120, 123 on the time. At the same time, during the same 1 minute time frame, 271 sell orders filled in. So every tick you can see how the buyers and sellers are competing each other in the prices. So anytime that's very very close, that's like it'll price tend to stay in the same place. You can right here see 500, 500, 400, and 421 is tend to close. When the price actually move, to understand that, you need to see the bigger difference. Okay, I saw some of the amazing location where you can see, okay, right here, look at this particular price dropped like crazy in a fraction of seconds. Why? There was an institutional order. I think somebody placed almost like 13,000 contracts. Okay, when you place the large number of contracts, it'll move the prices. Why? Let's say in this case, let's say that if I place um, 500 by market buy order, but there are only 48 contracts available to purchase at this price. Only 78 contracts available to purchase at this price. Only 100 contracts available to purchase at this price. When you place a, like, so let's say 500 buy market orders, they have to take the 48 from here, and then 78 from here, 100 from here, 92 from here, 121 from here, until you reach the 500 market execution. They'll go one by one and start filling it. Once they fill, they'll stop. Now look at this one here. Somebody placed in terms of like 13,000. I think it's not accurate. I'm just like looking through the numbers and adding it mentally. 13,000, 1,300 market sell order. So that means it filled every single tick until they acquired the price. Look at this. There are no executions on the ask. Everything on the bid. Bid got filled. Whoever bidded at that amount, some one market order took the whole price, it moved down. So this is where it creates a huge price push down. But anytime you can see the bidders and asks, whenever you and I place one contract, two contract, that does not move a needle at all, because it's a drop in a ocean. That's when we wait for the institutional placement like this. Now let's look at one more. There is a huge drop. Let's see what happens here. Okay, right here you can see that they took the all the available contracts right here. Huge selling pressure, huge selling pressure, huge selling pressure. After the huge selling pressure, you need to watch out how the market reacted. When there's a huge selling pressure, you can see the delta. Delta is nothing but the difference of buyer's interest versus the seller's interest. Anytime you see the third row, right? You can see anytime it's positive, that means buyers coming in more than the sellers. Here you can see sellers more than the buyers. That's why it's like almost negative 3000. Negative 3000 means market sell order got executed 3000 more than the um, buy orders. That's what it means. That means whenever we have green, buyers are stepping in. Whenever we have the red delta, sellers are stepping in. Look at that. Even though the buyers are stepping in 1,000 difference, 500 difference, still they could not push the price up. They could not push the price up. Why? The one this place, anytime there is a bias coming in, sellers are absorbing those orders. Sellers are ready to sell whatever the buyers are coming in. They're absorbing it. Even though 1,000 buyers coming in difference, price could not move. It stays there. That is a significant uh, information that you need to find. Large number of buyer pressure, still price could not move. Anytime they see a buy order, sellers are stepping in and then filling the order very fast. You can see they are holding the sellers are holding the price control, but eventually the buyers took over a little bit. You can see the price movement in there, but again almost like 119. I'm in central time. I don't know what's your time, but I'm in central time 119. Again, this place, you got to look at this place where one side is zeros, other side is the executions. That means huge selling pressure started coming in here, pushing the price down. You can look at everywhere, it's almost equal, just like price moving tick down, tick up, that's it. But anytime there is a large institutional order comes in, taking away all the existing buy orders, I think that's when the price start moving. Look at what happened here. Look at what happened. Okay, same thing. When we saw that huge institutional order, what happened? The price went down. Okay, this is order flow indicator from BuySide Global. If you want to look at information, this one on your left side is like a DOM. This is inbuilt with NinjaTrader, but I do have level 2 codes. You might not have it. If you don't have a level 2 codes, you won't see the numbers. I love to use these numbers always. I'll if I'm while we are recording the video, if I see imbalance coming in, I will point it out, because most of the time I play with the liquidity in right here. What is liquidity? Okay, you know what? I don't want to switch the topic, but let's go back here and then come back to liquidity. You can see, okay, all right. Look here again. The look at the delta is the most important part. Look at the delta. Selling pressure keep on coming. Negative 1,000, negative 800, 300. I think it's pushing and pushing down. Okay, now look at this. It's a reverse. Last two time we saw right here. Where is there? Okay, right here. We saw here the sellers coming in pushing the price down. How do we know? Look at the numbers on the left. It's so huge, filling the market orders at the. I think it's almost like 1,000 contract. They place a sell order, market sell order. It took away all the bids and all the bids. That's why you can see zeros here. That pushed the price down. Look what happened here. Where is it? Look here. Can you see it? Now the buyer stepped in this spot. You can see that zeros on the left. There are no sellers. Buyers stepping at a huge volume here. It pushed the price up. Still, the buyers are coming at a huge volume. You can see the positive delta 1044. Still, can they stop the down downward pricing? Unfortunately not. Look at the moment they came into these lines are like support and resistance lines. Blue lines are the support, red lines are the supply coming in. As soon as that institutional order came in, again the negative selling pressure keeps on building and building. When the price came back to the same support level, again there was a buying pressure. You can see the blue zone that was created due to this huge institutional order. We marked that spot. We did mark the area by blue zone. It selling pressure came in. When the price came back down to the same area where there was institutional buy order, look what happened. Okay, again the prices buyers are stepping in. Sometimes I wish, I think sometimes in terms of those, the sellers who sold here, the huge order that we saw. I think, what is it, number one, number two. I think both are the same institution, because they are filling the orders at the same price range. Look at this, the huge selling price. They sold here, and then they sold here again. They accumulated the contracts. I think they are dumping the contracts right here, right here. Again, they are dumping the contracts right here. These guys are literally controlling the market. These, your order and my order is not going to move a needle. But look at this. They are taking almost how much profit they are making here. Uh, 45.25 to almost like 10 points, 13 points they are booking right here. Because other than these two areas, there are no institutional purchase, just like small quantities. Okay, they bought here. I expect one more block coming up, somewhere coming up, because there was a huge sale order. We saw that at that level, and then we saw that buyback here, and then there is not much. So these are information you need to take a look at. You cannot see this information on any candle chart. You have to look at again. Look here. Look here. Another selling pressure in terms of 70, just zeros, ones, 14, 20s on the ask side. Look at the bid side. Somebody's filling in the huge order again. Huge order again. That means it's going to push. They're trying to push the prices even down. Look at that. Now we marked that spot. We did mark the spot here, so that you're aware of those things. Okay. Now I think we can see in terms of buyers stepping in, whether they can succeed or not. We wait and see. But this is the spots you have to look for. Huge order blocks, taking away, taking the existing passive orders. Okay, and also I could not see an imbalance to point out here, but I'm going to wait for some more time. Let's see how it plays out. Sometimes even the watching these order flows and the institution coming in, taking away all these orders is fascinating to see. Look at look at how much order is getting absorbed here. Okay, you saw it's green. It's a this delta. Still, price is going down. That means even though buyers are stepping in, sellers are ready to dump more shares. That's what it means. More buyers, but still price pushing down. They're absorbing any buy orders coming in. They are taking it. They are taking it, filling it right now. Look at that. Finished at positive 171, but the price went down. That is perfect reason to confirm. Even though the buyers come in, sellers are ready to sell the contract to them. Okay. Now the selling pressure is a little bit increasing. Let's see. It's any other institutional orders coming in. I'm not sure whether you can see it or not. You can see the text here: order flow bearish, order flow bearish, order flow bearish. I think the indicator is going to mark everything to you in terms of how much is the pressure. Most important thing you need to look for the institutional order flows. You cannot find institutional order flow anywhere. Okay, anywhere outside this kind of chart. If you want to know where is the institutional order flow, You got to have the order flow in the indicator. Okay, all right. So let's. I want to point out a few things. Do you see that? Okay, do you see that number here? 208 is 208 at this level. Okay, look at that. It's going to go to the price. Price is going to reach that level. This is called liquidity. Whenever there is a huge liquidity higher than the average, look at it. It's all in hundreds. It's all in hundreds. 214, 239. Look at what's going to happen. They're going to come back down and then take that liquidity. Trust me on this. Institutions love the liquidity. Anytime they say liquidity, meaning huge number of contracts in one price, that means they can take huge order at small cost. They love to take those kind of uh, executions. You will see soon the price is going to come back here, absorb this liquidity. Okay, look at this. Watch, watch. Coming closer. Yeah, wait. You got to wait. Look at that. Moved. Already moved. Yes. So that's it. I think now it got almost filled now. 244.04. God. Look at the price is moving and taking away all the liquidity there. You look at the code itself, how much liquidity in the sell side, buy side, there's not much liquidity. Anytime you see huge numbers on the sell side, that means market is going to move that direction. Look at that. That's it. Selling pressure is keep on building. That's it. That liquidity is gone. That price is passed. The price that I pointed out is already taken care. They absorb all the liquidity at that price and then they went back up. So anytime you see liquidity sweep, by looking at the chart, you will never know why they came. Anytime have you seen the price? Anytime they came down and then went up immediately. Like, look at here, went down, taken the liquidity, and then going back up. This is how the small ticks, the institutional can play with it in the whole market. You and I cannot do it at all because we cannot place an order for like 300, 400, 500 contracts. They can. When you want to buy, let's say 500 contracts in the market, would you pay? Would you buy it from 10 different people from 10 different prices? Because it's not advisable because you'll end up paying more cost. If you are buying from single place, that means you will have a better luck making a much better margin. Even now, I'm seeing even more liquidity at 1405. Sorry, 4505. 4505. This price point. I'm going to increase the ticks to 30. I want to see more than, yeah, now I can see more. See that 261, 235, more liquidity. Look at here, there's no liquidity. It's all just normal numbers, all average in hundreds. Look at the liquidity here, 260. There's not much liquidity here. It's way down for 4505. I wanted to check this one. The price, if you look at, forget these numbers for a second for now. Price stays in the same sideways. There's not much big jump or big down, right? But it's in a positive delta. That means the buyers are stepping in, still the sellers are giving their contracts return to fill it up. So let's see, buyers are taking over the control. There is a lot of supply here. That means this is where we saw the institutional orders got filled. See that institutional order came in? Let's see. Supply. Just a couple of ticks below, there's a huge supply came in. In the chart where you can see that rectangles marked by red, those are called point of control, where price were executed very very large price, where the whole price movement, majority price was controlled by this kind of point of control. You can see the point of control 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. Okay, look at here. We told you about the 4505. They're gonna take it. There you go. That's gone. They took liquidity right there. Next one, 40. Look at this, 4501. Almost 400 contracts right there. Almost 400 contracts. 369 contracts on that particular. Okay. So far, I don't see any huge institutional orders. It's just like a I think here, right here. Can you see that? Look at here. 219 market sell order compared to just four. Again, this is. Oh, this is what I talked about. Oh, look at the price. Look at the. I told you, 4505. That was liquidity. Look at how much they swept. They placed some one institution took the market order in the hundreds, almost like 300 contracts. They filled it. They took the field. They are now pushing it back. They'll close it right here. Look at that. They're going to close it right here. They are taking a couple of ticks profit, but that's huge when you do the same trade at the scale of 400 contracts. Remember that few minutes ago, just few minutes ago, I told you there was a good liquidity at 4505. Look at that. 4505, the numbers is not close. That means somebody placed almost like a 400 market sell order to take the liquidity, and then look at the next buying pressure came in. I think they would have dumped it right there. Next one, I think I see that 391. 391 at 450150. 45150. Okay. Okay. It moved to almost like 400 contracts now. Now it's at 413 contracts at 450150. Okay, 45150. And then there's one more 375. One more 375, 4500. There is a lot of liquidity right there. There's so much of liquidity in those areas. Okay. Look at this market going sideways. The buyers and sellers are like competing, alternating right here. There's a lot of whether we don't know yet is it a supply or demand because it's all coming in equal numbers, except this one part where the liquidity swept by the large order. But let's see. I expect it to go to this level very very soon because there's a huge liquidity on these levels. Look at this. Look at this. Those two levels. Someone is going. I think definitely they would have placed. They will be ready to execute at that level for sure. The price is staying in this almost this range almost for a little bit longer time. That means that is where the huge liquidity was there. Still playing with liquidity right now. I think they need to get past. Look at that 4500, 424, 4500, 424. Look at how much liquidity on those lines. Price is taking because look at this. The now order flow slowed down. Look at this right now. The volumes are like not much compared to thousands here. Now it's like now not much. I think. Let's see. Until we see the any big impact in order flow, I think the price is going to be like fluctuating, like choppy in this range. It need to come out of that range. I just want the most critical level. 4500 is like psychological level as well. 4500. That area, if that crosses, is going to go down further. I think it's supported by the liquidity. You can see in the liquidity below. I think you can see it's more down there. There's a lot of liquidity in those area 4501, 4501, 4500. There's a lot of liquidity there. I'm sorry. I think we're just going to be patient a little bit to break out of that this choppy region. There is not much institutional order flow here. It just look at this. All the numbers are almost equal. It's not much to play around. Once you come to this part, you will start seeing the huge order flow coming in. I wanted to see the same kind of huge dump. Buyers are stepping in. Look at that. Delta is 587, 460. Now buyers are taking control. Hmm. Anytime you mark, you see that those numbers, either the blue or the red on the side, those represent the bigger order blocks, larger order block at one shot. Before I used to see red and blues. Now I'm seeing the larger order blocks coming in only blues. See this? Buyers. Now I saw one order block coming at red, but now all I can see is our last three candles, large order blocks only in from the buyers, blue. There are no reds here. That's why I'm saying buyers are stepping in. They don't want to go back to the 4000 level. More buyers are stepping in. Hopefully you like the video. I'm not sure whether analyzing the chart with the order flow is something you want to watch, because this is something I almost look at every day. But my trading is based on supply and demand based levels. But I want to know in terms of where the pressure is coming from, how the order flow constructs, what is the delta happening in the market. That's why I wanted to create a video of what I see. I'm just speaking out from my mind right now. That's why I wanted to share how I see what I see. Look at this price went to the supply, now pushing it down. I think once it get past the supply, there was support before here. There was a support here before, but now I think it's returned, pushed back by the supply. The supply zone, the maroon reddish zone pushed back. Now buyers are losing. I think buyers are still stepping in. Let's see who's gonna win. We have to a little bit wait and watch. Gary from a trading room always talks about in terms of screen time. Screen time means the more and more you watch, more and more try to understand what's going on. Just by watching, you will start recognizing the patterns. You start recognizing repetition of same kind of patterns. You will start finding how you can leverage something. Okay, look. Oh, whoa, whoa, look at that. Look at that. Look at that institutional order flow right here. After a long time, we have institutional order flow. You see this zeros, almost four ticks, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, and then almost like a 500, 600 contracts filled at that price. They are pushing it down. Now the sellers are stepping in again. Until this point, it's all equal. We saw initial sellers pressure. All these four candles are just buying pressure, just blues. Look at this one, but institutional order flow came at this area. Look at that, we marked right there. Do you see that? We marked it right there. They took all the available orders with one order block. One order block, they took everything. 92, 103, 212, 13. On the other side, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. That's what is going to cause a selling pressure. Not these kind of choppy, equal buyers and sellers or tug of war. Who's going to win? Institution. Institution with a full control ability to place the trade market order in terms of 500, 1,000, 2,000 order blocks. They are the one going to control the market, not you and B. Look at that. We marked it. Let's apply. Oh, we're going to close liquidity level. Look at the 425, 4500, 435, 41 over 1. Look at that. They're going to take the liquidity. Look at that. Like I said, 41 over 50. What happened? 41 over 50. Exact number that I pointed out. Remember that I even marked that line right here. See this? Somebody placed the whole market sell order on that exact spot. Look at in terms of the huge difference. You see this market order? Big order blocks. That's what I'm saying. Once you start understanding it, start reading the patterns, you know when the this kind of filling pressure will come in. It's and then there was liquidity here. Like I mentioned, there was liquidity here, there was liquidity here. I marked two lines. Do you remember that? So both places there was a huge single order flow, huge orders just on that spot. Okay. Now we are below 4,500 for the first time in a long, long time. So we mark that line as well. We mark that line. Can you? I know I'm not talking about. A lot of people say it's trading is a gambling, but it's not. We anticipated this move. The institution will come in, going to place the market huge quantity, almost like 6 minutes back. I even marked those lines. Look, exactly that's what happened. For 58, that 348, 147. How much is it? Almost like 600, almost like 550. They placed almost like 550 market sell order right on the liquidity level. They to take it out. Now there's not much liquidity. It is not like it's all back to hundreds now. I can see 247. I can see 222, but not the ones we saw here. 450, 470, those areas. Now they took the liquidity. Now they're going to take out the profits very soon. Hopefully you like it. If you have any questions, let me know. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please comment on the video. Um, if you if you wanted to access to this indicator, go to buysideglobal.com. Look for BSG order flow, not order flow zones. This is order flow. Order flow. Just look for BSG order flow indicator footprint chart. Hope you have a great day, great weekend. Today's a Friday. Thank you all.